Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. This is this is a special episode for Nobunaga's Ambition, and the question we're trying to answer today is what would be a good location for us to start off our new empire. In the event that we want to start our own clan, where should we start off? Okay, let me load what we did before, where we created a new clan, and then where the location would be ideal for us. Because aside from having good officers, it also makes sense for our starting fortress to be in a place where it is conducive for us to expand quickly. So this is a new start of a game, and the location for a fortress is very important for our startup. Ideally, the startup for our fortress should be in a plain area. I mean plains area, not mountainous. Like the Kanto is a good area for plains, and also there are two, and here also are also in the Nagoya area where Nobunaga is. The problem with these two areas is that in the Kanto we have to deal with the. Before we do that, in the plains area, what normally happens is that because we are in a plains area, the fortresses allow us to have a wide area of development, developable land that can be developed is more extensive. Like in this case, when we pick this spot over here, it's always good to have it along crossroads. This spot, I picked this spot primarily because it will give us 8 parcels of land that we can develop. This is 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, I think, and then 8 over here. There are a total of 8 parcels of land that we can develop. The reason why I put it here is that, again, this is the plains area. This is the Kanto, so that's huge plains area, and most of the fortresses and castles in this area have lots of parcels of land around it. If we were to put it in like the mountainous area like here, this is Takeda's area. So this one will have about 8 or 9 parcels of land to develop. This one will have about 3, and this one has about 3 also. They usually give the minimum is 3. So 1 is for crops, 1 is for craft, which produces gold, and the third one is for conscripts. So, and then in this area again, so these are very narrow passes, and they don't give us much arable land, especially arable. Yeah, here this is where the Nagoya, where Nobunaga's area is. So areas that are good for our first fortress would be somewhere maybe here. This where the crossroads over here, or yeah, this one, or somewhere here. These 2 areas are good areas. An ideal, really ideal area for us to develop our first fortress is to put it right here. We have a choice early in the game, and the nice thing about this, it has 2 tribes which we can control. At the same time, it has a gold mine and a silver mine. So this is a very good starting spot. And here this would also be a good starting spot, like right here, because this is a crossroads. So, and it is a plains area. So this will have a lot of developable land or parcels. It will at least give us like 7 or 8 parcels of land. It's really big castles like Kasugayama over here has 10, and Odawara also over here has 10. So those are the really big castles. So in this plains over here, this would also be a good spot somewhere here. Except this place is, yeah, this is also a good spot. Maybe in this spot over here. And also somewhere right, I think here in this little valley here, this is Utsunomiya. Between this one, this was a good spot also. This will give us here the crossroads over here. So we go back up. That's Utsunomiya. Over here would be a good spot because it has a crossroads. But Utsunomiya is a castle. And this one, yeah, this one, okay. So these valleys are actually better spots, like over here, and over here. Here it is. I think the only spots are this one. Oh no, it won't be because this has a tribe in this place. Over here, then this one. So the flat plains areas are good spots to locate our starting fortress. Here it's very, very tight. So it would be, I have not done any on this area here. This is a city. Maybe this one. I think this might be a good spot. I have not done any in this particular area. Oh, and this is a port. So Yamagawa port. And this is the, oh, that castle. Okay. So not good. So this is not a good spot. This would be a good spot. No. Because this is the port of Yamagawa Castle. Is this Yamagawa Castle? No, oh, this castle has 2 ports. So maybe if you put a, I don't know if that spot is okay for us. And when we are being asked to set up our first fortress, or not castle, because the castles are limited here. The very first fortress we're given is only a fortress. So I would prefer to put it in the plains area. Now in the plain, because we get more parcels of land to develop. In the mountainous area, like in these valleys, we get maybe 3 to 5. So we cannot develop a substantial presence with such a small land parcel. I think let's check. I think if we let's check if on the by going back to the main menu, we will see in terms of creating a new clan what happens, what are the areas that are available to us. I should have maybe started with there first. Again, hold on. So by starting a new game and then picking this one and then pressing triangle, and then we pressing square to pick our daimyo, pressing retainer, we pick all of these guys. So we went through these before, okay, and then L1, L2, no, L1, yeah, allows us, sorry, R1 allows us to pick our banner, and then L1 allows us to pick the spots. So these are the spots available, like I was talking about. In the Kanto, this spot is a good spot, that spot is a good spot, because there are roads and there are rivers. So this is the spot I picked in my earlier demonstration. This spot is also good because it's a little further away. Here, why I picked this is because there's a road that goes straight from this castle to this castle to this castle, fortress to fortress, from this fortress to this fortress to this fortress. So I picked this spot because I intend to take this fortress, which is only 1,000 hit points to it. So that's very easy to take. This is a harder to take Because once our initial starting soldiers will be about 1500 or 1400, and we need to develop that to about 1800, and at 1800 we can take this. So it's almost like a at least 1.5 is to 1 ratio. Like to take 1,000 hit point castle, we need at least 1500. But then when we're taking that fortress, they will send troops out to challenge us, and therefore we will lose some troops fighting the defenders. And so we still need at least a minimum of 1:5. So we need 1500 soldiers to be able to overcome the defenses of the hit points of this one of 1000. Now this is a castle over here, so no chance can we take this castle with our starting soldiers. But once we have developed this and we've captured this, so these two combined can now take on this one, because this 2000. So we need about 3000 soldiers after surviving the defenders, because the defenders again will cut down the number of soldiers we have to siege this castle. So once we have taken all these three, we just might have a chance to take this one. But then I would rather go down here and take this one first. This is 5000. So these three combined would be about 4,000 or 5,000, and then we can take this one. But again, that's in the okay. So those are the considerations why I picked this spot. So earlier I was showing that we can also settle here. So if we settle here, we will have two tribes, and at the same time we will be getting, and this is a relatively nice plain, but this will only give us about 5 parcels of land because of the plain. This will give us like a gold mine and a silver mine. So that would be a nice place also. This one is also a nice place right here. I think this one over here, I think this is a crossroads area. So this one is a good one. Will give us maybe about 8 parcels of land also. Over here, I was talking about Utsunomiya. So this one would be good. Here, this is a crossroads also. This is UGA. And but it is against Utsunomiya. So these are the considerations. So plains is good. The problem with the plains area is that here you have the Hojos. Hojos are very, very powerful. So they will be, so right now they already have one, this is a castle. That's on our castle. So they have 2 starting castles and 1, 2, 3 fortresses. So if we are in this valley, we have the potential of bumping into a major clan immediately. And then aside from the Hojos, we have the Takedas. The Takedas are starting with 1 castle and 2 fortresses, and they are also very powerful, especially Shingen Takeda. Now, here, although we are facing up with this particular clan, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fortresses and 6 and 1 castle, so 6. They are relatively weak. I mean, their officers are weak. So this is a good starting point. And we can take these. We can take, the reason why I do is we can take this. Oh, they have another one. 7. 6 fortresses and 1 castle. So these guys are on the weak side. So we can take them easily. But we will be bumping into the Hojo and Takeda very soon. These guys over here are not very strong. So these guys 1, 2, and 3 will fall easily to the Hojos. And then if we site our starting fortress over here, we will be going up against this 3 guys, and it's hard because that means the only thing we can take are these 2 castles. So this is 1,000 and 4,000 hit points. It's very hard for us to take this with a starting 1,500 to 1,800 soldiers. So we will have to go for this one, and then together with those, then we can take this one. Utsunomiya, forget it. They will come in with very strong defenders. The other area that's good start is over here. like I said, this one would be a good starting place, and this would be an easy takedown, I think. Oh no, this one will be an easier takedown. This one is only 1,000. Yes, this easier takedown. So this one will be a little hard because you will be squeezed between this camp. This clan has one castle, Shibata, and two fortresses. This one and this one over here. And then we will soon be bumping into the Nagao clan, which is over here, and they are very powerful. The Nagao clan is synonymous with the Takeda clan. They are very powerful. So their castle is 9,000 hit points. So that's very hard. So this would be a good starting place also, but this would be excellent. But except the problem with the island is that although we are what do you call this, segregated from most of the land, it is very hard for us to take other fortresses because the sea travel takes a long time. And remember, we have provision constraints. Like at most we can have only 120 days. So this one will take about 45 to 60 days just traveling the sea. And so that's not good. We are protected, but we have only one single fortress. And I have in my first demonstration, we started with a fortress over here, and the first fortress we took was this one early on. But then it was very hard to defend because we have our main army has to come all the way from here to here. So good starting places, locations would be this, ideally one, and also this one over here. But on this side, this is the Nobunaga side. This starting castle over here or this starting castle, these three or these four spots are all good. And then we will be constantly hit by the father of Nobunaga, Hirotoda. He will be coming against us. He's extremely aggressive. And the thing is just to defend against him and then take our opportunity, because these two guys, this one are also part of the Oda clan, but not, they are like a splinter group. Together they will try to take us out. So this is a slightly harder startup than the one over here because these guys, these are the Uesugis, a weak Uesugis. They are very similar to the Nagao clan. The Uesugi, these are the Uesugis. They are very weak. So, and we can pick up castles very quickly. So, and then, but of course, we'll be meeting up with a Hojo and Takedas. So those are the starting places I would recommend. And if we are starting our own clan, and over here, this is a big area. We can actually start anything here because this clan is very weak. The main castle is this one, Hiyama. So these are independent clans, small daimyos. So if we put a castle down here, somewhere here on crossroads, we can easily take this one over here, Yotoke, and we can take this one over here. So if we put our starting fortress over here in the plains area, this would be very, very easy for us. A good starting location. We have access to these guys, and there are so many potential areas we can build in this game. If we except it costs like almost 10,000 gold pieces to build a new fortress, and so it'll be a while before we can build a new fortress. But this is a good location to start. And then we will be facing the Nanbu. The Nanbu will be coming from the north, and over way up north here. These guys are very aggressive. So, but it'll be a while. No, Nanbus are here. Sorry, these are the Nanbus. Okay, they will be coming down very quickly. And so this would be a sheltered area. So this is a good place for a slow start, safe and slow start. here would be a relatively, this one would be a relatively uh, aggressive and very quick start for us. Here, because we have very few castles to take over, fortresses. One, two, before we can take on this one. This one has like 4,000, and then take this one. So, and then we have to cross the mountain to come to this side. By this time, the Nanbus would have taken, I think, this one and this one. So these are all very weak daimyos up north. And so that would be a good place to start also. So those are all potential criterias for starting a new clan. I have not done anywhere here because, like I said, there are very few plains, and where the plains are, they are fully occupied. So it is not. Maybe here, let's check on this one. It's possible this one, except we'll be squeezed in between two, and this is 3,000 hit points. This is, oh, we can take over this one. Okay, so that can work too. This is not a nice location. I have created a fortress here, but it doesn't give us a very good. What is this? A tribe? Okay. Oh, that's a castle. Okay, sorry. No wonder. Okay. So those are good starting locations. Plains are preferable. So I guess with that we can. So here we have so many starting locations, but you will be, if we start anywhere here, we will have Nagoya has a big castle and has a big starting army. So two of them. Okay, we can take this one too, and then we will be squeezed between the Matsudaira. These are the Matsudaira over here, and then you have the Nobunaga's over here. So I would rather start it over here. And I have done a game where I started right here, and it was pretty safe. Not pretty safe. It's a pretty secure location, especially if we have strong starting officers. Now, if you have weak starting officers, I would recommend starting right over here, so that you have a much longer time to develop your officers. Develop your army and develop your castle, so that it takes a lot of gold to improve the hit points of your castle. But again, the most important part in this game, aside from the castle, is not the castle. The most important part of this game is to have strong starting officers. And strong starting officers, I have another segment on that is more in detail about officer creation. But the two biggest important thing is that your officers should be complementary. Some are very good on the not diplomatic side, but on the administrative side, so they should have good politics. And then your warriors should be strong on leadership and valor. And then for all officers, you have to have very good tactics. And tactics, again, would be nice to have complementary tactics between your army and your admin people. So both admin and your army and your military officers can actually go to war. So with if having a military officer have the bond breaker, and then the admin have something that is a supportive role, like confuses the enemy or prevents them from doing something. There are lots of different kinds of tactics that has those abilities that prevents the enemies or controlling enemies. They can control them by confusing them or preventing them from making actions. And so those are, again, so that's a very important one. But no matter how strong your officers are, if you are like centered in here, surrounded by the Hojo, let's assume we put our starting fortress here, we're gonna be invaded by this guy will have like 3,000, and this guy will have like 1,000, 1,500. So they will wave attack us. So no matter how strong our starting officers are, they will be inundated. So it locations here might look very interesting because they're in a crossroads and there's plains all around. There are lots of parcels of land to develop, but you know what? They will our starting clan will be inundated because they have so many resources to draw from. They're like 4 castles to draw from, and then they will do wave attacks on us, and we're gone. So I guess that's a good. So that should talk. I think should hopefully take care of for a good starting location for a new castle or a new clan would be. So I hope you guys find this informative and and helpful. So if you play this game and if you like it, I hope you put a subscribe to my channel and then press a like on this. Thank you very much for joining me in this episode. I hope you will join me in my future episodes. Bye.